Yeah, I've been smoking since I was 13. Wow, that's not good. I mean, it can be good, it can be bad, but. What's up, my name's DJ Honey, and I'm a DJ from the 805. Radio, clubs, weddings, any type of event, I've just played everywhere. Heard me on Q95.9 with Rico and Mambo in the mornings. I used to do the 5 p.m. drive with Bam Bam in the afternoons. I played everywhere, downtown Ventura, Oxnard, LA, Santa Barbara. You've probably seen me somewhere, I'm sure. I've probably been DJing for about the last 10 years. I think I'm hitting my 10-year mark this year. I would have to say my favorite thing about DJing is being able to make people feel a certain way. Like, I can control if you feel sad, I can bring that out. If you're feeling happy, I can bring that out too. If you want to just dance or not dance, I'm really controlling emotions, and that has to be the best part of my job. What motivates me to work hard is probably seeing my mom. She worked a lot growing up. We never really got to spend a lot of time together, but seeing how she's gotten her life to where it is now is probably the coolest thing I think I got to experience. And that motivates me, and I just want to be the best I can be for everyone around me. My first experience with cannabis, I'd have to say I was like 13. And I was hanging outside with my cousin. She was older than me, and she was like, come on, you want to just smoke a little bit? Just try it. And I was so scared, but I finally did it, and I don't know if I liked it, if I didn't like it. I just remember doing it and thinking I was so cool. I was like in middle school, so living it up, you know. So I think the first thing I smoked out of was like a small piece. It wasn't even like a, you know how the pieces now have bigger bowls? I think it was like half a bowl. You can only put a little bit of weed in it. It was pretty small, but it was a good sized piece. I'll always remember that. The benefit I see in using cannabis would be sleeping. I'm a terrible sleeper. I can't sleep at all. And if I smoke, I'm out quick. I actually really like edibles for that reason. So if I have like a quick gummy, and I'm out within 30 minutes. You know what? Edibles for me were like always positive. I kind of became the edible queen for my family, which is weird. But everyone knew, like, every party, Honey's showing up and she's bringing edibles, so that's cool. But I don't have a super negative story. I think the only scary time I did have with an edible was I was only 20 and I had to go play at Discovery Ventura. And I was like, oh, whatever, I just want to get high really quick. I smoked a joint. Well, it wasn't working for me. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have this cookie. I ate the whole thing because I was like, I can handle it, you know, I'm a G, I can do it. Well, I could not function. I didn't trip out. I didn't have any weird like vibe thing going on. I just could not move. I couldn't put myself in the shower to get ready. I couldn't get in my car. It was just a mess. So I had to call out of that gig, but I don't think that's a terrible story. I just think it's kind of funny. Yeah, I'm definitely a preference cannabis smoker. So if I feel like I'm having a weird morning and I'm not vibing right, I'll just take a quick hit, or if I want to just go to the gym or go work out or something, yeah, I'll definitely smoke before that. But for the most part, I use it to sleep. Like I said, I'm an insomniac. I cannot sleep. Right now, if someone said, you gotta take a nap, you gotta nap right now, you have to sleep, your life's depending on it, I wouldn't be able to do that unless I smoked. So growing up, I would have to say my inspiration for music was my dad. Well, he's my stepdad, but he raised me, that's my dad. He was a self-taught bassist, and he's been in bands my whole life for as long as I can remember. And he was like, well, you want to learn? And I would try to learn. Or do you want to do this? Come try this. And I started playing piano, and then it kind of built into this insane love for music. My mom's oddly a hip hop head, which I'm not. And I just was always around it. My grandpa, he loved jazz. Like Frank Sinatra is his dude. So growing up with different things, I don't know Spanish, but I've listened to Spanish music growing up with my grandpa and with my stepdad. And I was just inspired by a lot of different things, and I didn't know where to put it, and that's where DJing became so big, and just everything in my life, that's all I ever wanted to do. One of my first gigs, I don't want to say it was the first, but one of my first gigs, Discovery Ventura, that was like my first residency as well. They called me and they were like, hey honey, can you come play for XYZ? I think it was after a band or something, and I was like, yeah, sure. What kind of band are they? 80s rock. Tight. They were a Journey cover band, and I was like, I know 80s rock, but I don't know how to play it. So I sat on my computer for like 4 days doing all the research on what's the most popular 80s rock, what's this, what do people like, what do they want to hear. And I remember putting a set together, and I didn't even play it. I ended up playing like party hits like Usher, and I think that was the most stressful but the most relieving time as a DJ, and probably the most memorable just because it threw me off. What I've learned going through this experience of DJing, falling, succeeding, falling again, you know, that roller coaster, was to just relax. You know, I would spend so much time preparing a set or getting songs and preparing those songs, when in reality, I just had to be myself, and I can, like I said earlier, control how people feel. And that was probably the biggest thing I learned, was just to chill, be me, play what I know, play what I love, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, don't be too hard on yourself. And yeah. It's season 2, baby. We doing it.